Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. Remember a few weeks back when Brian Armstrong of Coinbase started tweeting out about secret regulations that he heard through the grapevine that was being worked on by Stephen Mnuchin, and it caused a lot of concern. A lot of us, frankly, didn't believe in it. A lot of us thought it was FUD, but it turns out Brian Armstrong was correct. Something is being worked on, and today it was revealed. This looks like Stephen Mnuchin's last stand. It seems like this is the last chance he could give a middle finger to all Bitcoin and crypto holders. Today, a proposal was published that would impose heavy regulations against anyone that has a self-hosted wallet, that has a cold wallet, that has a wallet that they control. So what does this mean for the industry? Should you be worried? Well, let's take a look and let's discuss. All right, so let's recap first and let's talk about this new proposal. In case you didn't pick this up, in case you didn't know about it, but about a month ago, Brian Armstrong of Coinbase all of a sudden went on Twitter and just started tweeting and tweeting and tweeting. There was like 12 or 15 consecutive tweets about this rumor he's been hearing, and he's concerned. He's talking about how he's hearing that Mnuchin and his office would basically try to rush out regulations that involve self-hosted wallets, which means that any wallet that you control that's off the exchange, it could be your mobile wallet, your desktop wallet, your ledger, treasure, your hardware wallet, any kind of wallet out there, basically would require regulation. So obviously, this didn't sit well with a lot of people. In fact, when this came out, Bitcoin and crypto actually dumped a little bit, and many people thought that this was the reason why, right? So let's look at this proposal, all right? So this is what it is, published by the U.S. Department of Treasury. So you know this is coming straight from Stephen Mnuchin. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network proposes rule amid at closing anti-money laundering regulatory gaps for certain convertible virtual currency and digital asset transactions. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying we're proposing new laws that would close anti-money laundering gaps that exist with cryptocurrency and crypto transactions. All right. So this isn't too long, but first of all, take a look at the information that they're looking to collect. So to summarize, there's a lot of language that's quite complicated, but to summarize what this is saying is basically if any exchange does business or transactions with any self-hosted wallets and a transaction is over $3,000 USD, it requires the exchange to collect information, collect KYC information. So you know how if you sign up for an exchange account, they want all your information, your name, your address, your social security, your driver's license, all that stuff that you really don't want to give them. Basically, this new proposal would force the exchanges to collect that from you anytime you want to send crypto out, right? That exceeds $3,000, right? So anytime you transfer out, it doesn't matter if it's to your own cold wallet, it doesn't matter if it's to another wallet on another exchange, it doesn't matter if you send to someone else's wallet. The exchange wants to know who you're sending it to. And this would really burden basically digital transactions altogether, right? Because basically anything over $3,000, they require to know everything. And when I say everything, it is really everything. Look at this list, this 10 things that they want the exchanges to collect from you. The name and the address, okay? The type of CVC or LTDA, basically the type of crypto that is being conducted or being used, right? The amount that is within the transaction, the time of the transaction, the assessed value of the transaction in US dollars, okay? Any payment instructions received, the name and physical address of each counterparty to the transaction of financial institution's customer. That means if you're sending it to someone, right? It doesn't mean that it's yourself, but let's say you're sending to your friend, you're sending it to a business, you're buying something with it. They actually want to know who it is exactly that you're sending it to. Other counterpart information the secretary may prescribe as mandatory, which means that there's other information they may collect, any other information that uniquely identifies a transaction, the accounts, and to the extent reasonable available, any form relating to a transaction that is completed or signed by the financial institution's customer. Basically, they want to know it all. And you could see how this would be a huge burden. Basically, this would take all privacy, all anonymity away from Bitcoin and crypto. And not only that, it places a huge burden on the exchanges. So right now, the exchanges, all they really care about is if you're opening up an account, right? They want to know your information, and that's pretty much it. But once you transfer out, that's none of their business. Under this new proposal, they do need to care. Anytime you send over $3,000, they need to care, and they need to have all this information. And not only that, all these transactions that add up to over $10,000, they have to send all this to FinCEN, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. The good news is this is just a proposal. This is not law. So they are giving people 14 days to react to this. 14 days, and then they're going to decide if this is going to go through, right? But we have some friends, because there are some Congress people that have a problem with this. They heard about the rumors and actually decided to take action. They sent out a letter to Mnuchin already, telling him to explain himself and basically telling him don't make any rational moves like what he did today, right? So I covered this. This was sent to him on December 9th, so only about a week ago. And this is from the Congress people Warren Davidson, Tom Emmer, Ted Budd, and Scott Perry, right? Basically, in this 2-page letter, they are asking him, first of all, we're hearing rumors, so explain it to us. Second of all, don't make any rash decisions, right? Basically, they're saying, back off. But Mnuchin, he's on his way out. The new administration is coming in, but he's just trying to rush this through, which I don't understand. I really don't understand, because the new administration may have different views and they're coming in right away. Biden already announced that Janet Yellen will be the next Treasury Secretary. It's not like he is going to have another term or anything like that. He is gone, right? And this is coming in January. So as you can see, after 14 days, basically, Steven Mnuchin only has like a week before he leaves office. So he's trying to push this out before he leaves. And I just don't think this will happen. And I really don't get why he's trying to do this, unless some powerful people are basically telling him, hey, go ahead and do it. Maybe the bankers, maybe some rich and powerful people that are really threatened by Bitcoin is telling him, yeah, go ahead and push this through. We need to stop this. So as you can see, this is really the last stand for Steven Mnuchin. The proposal is supposed to last for 14 days, right? And he leaves office shortly after that. So it seems like he wants to push this through. He wants to rush through it. But we know there's a lot of challenges to this. There's a lot of implications to this. Congressmen, Congress people have already opposed this. And who knows if the new Secretary of Treasury, Janet Yellen, even agrees with this at all. We're having a new administration come in, new policies, new views on things. And you know what? It just seems like he's trying to rush this out, trying to give a middle finger to all Bitcoin and crypto holders. And honestly, I think we have nothing to worry about. I honestly think that this will not go through in time. And this new administration, they might believe in something else. They may be crypto friendly, seeing how the industry has evolved, has adopted, has embraced Bitcoin and crypto. So this new administration, Janet Yellen, may have very, very different viewpoints and where they want to lead. So I honestly think this is something that we don't have to worry about. This is like a last stand to cause some FUD. among the crypto industry. And honestly, it's not working because this was published and yet Bitcoin is still on the rise. So as you can see, really no one is worried about it, because if they were, Bitcoin would be tanking right now, and it's not. So I think that's the ultimate signal that, yeah, people are just not taking this seriously, and I am not either. But what are your thoughts? Do you think this could actually become a reality? And if so, what do you think is going to happen to all crypto holders that have their own wallet? Leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and stay tuned for my future videos. And while you're waiting, these are other videos you could watch right now.